Welcome back to part 2. Manisha and I, we are going to cover a bunch of misconceptions about India. All those misconceptions you read in the YouTube comments that those robot armies are putting there and that the Western media likes to portray about India. So let's get right into it. Manu, let's start with a big and controversial one. The media loves to portray and say that India is the capital of the world. And guys, I have to censor that word because YouTube will demonetize this video. They will make this video R18 because YouTube and advertisers do not support people speaking about and on the platform. It's shocking and it's sad, I know. So is India the capital of the world, Manu?
Although India is a patriarchal society and a lot of horrible incidents have happened here, do happen, but calling it the capital of the world is way too extreme because women's safety is an issue everywhere, and there are countries we all know about. There are countries which are more unsafe for women than India, and they don't even give women equal rights. So projecting India as the country which is the only country where are happening is
or the worst negative place for in the world, when if you look at the statistics, it's not. And when I went and looked at the statistics for incidences around the world, it's shocking because, and it makes me feel sick in the stomach because there is no country in the world which is safe for women at all, and India is not the worst offender. And yeah, there's just nowhere safe for women in the world, nah? So what's India doing to try and lose this reputation that they've been given by the media then?
Yeah, a lot of steps have been taken by India. They've set up the fast track courts. Then there's a 24/7 helpline for women. More women are being recruited in the police force these days. Then there's death penalty even for extreme cases and for of minors. So we have strict punishments, and it's like things are being done. It's not like we're just sitting over it and letting the happen.
There's a 24-hour helpline as well that they've set up for people who have had an issue here as well. And talking about the death penalty, you have it here if you're a minor, and you have it here if the case is extreme, like the Jyoti Singh case was. And if I compare these laws to New Zealand, India's punishments for are so much stronger. We don't have the death penalty. We give people a slap on the wrist when they somebody. They might get home detention, or they'll get a few years in jail. I think around 8 might be the average. I usually see this in news articles, 8 years in jail, and then you're back out, even though you've wrecked that woman's life forever. So the punishments here are so much stricter and better, and actually jail in New Zealand is like going to a hotel. We have luxury jails in New Zealand. You get good food, you get a TV, you get internet access, a nice bed, and
you play sports.
Yeah. Like when you go to jail in India, it is a punishment. You don't want to know what jail is like here, and I'd love to show you one day. Yeah, so a lot has changed here, and you know, it's really unfair to call India the capital of the world when it's not true, and there's so many good things happening here for women. Now onto something a bit lighter. I read this a lot in comments, and people overseas actually believe this. Does India stink?
No, a whole country cannot stink. This is just stupid saying that. You know, what do you think we're doing? Like a coordinated farting or something?
What?
Yeah, how can an entire country stink? Like if you're passing by a garbage dump, no matter where it is, in whichever country, it is going to stink, right? Like when we were traveling in the countryside in New Zealand, it used to stink of cow poo. And
exactly.
Rotorua smells of sulfur.
So Rotorua is a good example of a city that actually stinks.
Actually, literally stinks.
There is so much volcanic activity there, and there's so much sulfur that it smells like a fart. I'm not kidding you. Google Rotorua. That's an example of somewhere that stinks. In general, India doesn't smell. Walk past a garbage dump, you'll get a whiff of something, all right? That's the reality. And if you go out into the villages and the farms, like...
It smells beautiful. The
fresh
farms,
air, farms and beautiful fields. So yeah, it's just a stupid thing people say. You guys have the biggest movie industry in the world, and you guys are very proud of that. We have Bollywood, But a lot of foreigners, they just think of Bollywood as these cheesy musicals, like cheesy dancing and cheesy music. What's that dance move that foreigners all think that Indians do? This is the Indian dance move, right? But yeah, it's like foreigners think that every Bollywood movie is like a Govinda track, like Sona Kitna Sona Hey. They all think like this is Bollywood, but that song represents the cheesiest parts of Bollywood. And even in the background, you can see foreigners, because they filmed it overseas in Switzerland. Staring at them and just face palming because the dancing and the music is terrible. I mean, the music's fun, but the dancing is bad.
You can actually see people laughing at them in the background. So embarrassing, even
like,
for us.
Is every Bollywood film a Govinda film? That's what I want to know.
It's not their fault. That's what I want to say. Because during the 90s, it got really cheesy, and but thankfully, it's getting better now. The content, the stories are getting better, and every year you'll have like at least 2 to 3 movies which will blow your mind. There are 8 to 10 good movies.
What's some good ones recently?
There's PK. There's Andhadhun. There's Dangal, Queen.
Yeah.
So there are good movies coming up. It's not like it's not all about cheesy dance moves. And this is not a Bollywood dance step. I've never seen this in any movie. But all the movies they would make in the West about Bollywood, they would have this dance step. I don't know where it comes from.
And actually Netflix and Amazon, they're investing a lot of money here in India.
Yeah.
And you're getting some amazing content. And Bollywood's now focusing more on stories rather than like masala and bad dancing.
Yeah. And it's doing well, the new content.
Yeah, like Andhadhun, that won Film of the Year at the National Indian Film Awards, right? People aren't waiting for like Shah Rukh Khan films or Salman Khan movies, these like masala movies anymore. People want a story. People want something they can connect with. People want something real. And that's why, you know, Andhadhun didn't have any cheesy dance moves in it.
It had great songs, in fact.
The songs fit with the story in Bollywood these days, and that's what you want. It complements the story. So yeah, Bollywood's not what you think. I'll leave a few names of Bollywood films in the description so you can go and check those out and you'll see how amazing Bollywood is. Now, this one's a bit dirty, okay? You ready?
Yeah.
A lot of foreigners will like whisper this in my ear. They'll say to me, Karl, do Indians really wipe their butts with their hands? What's the reality on this now?
This one is actually true, but it's misunderstood. I think people take it too far. You know, the waste is just the food that you ate, the leftover food, not leftover, but the unused food in your body and the enzymes that your body already has.
Yeah.
So it's not as disgusting as you think it is. Like you cannot even touch it. It's so untouchable. And I always think washing is more hygienic, more eco-friendly.
Rather than scraping your butt with toilet paper, right?
Yeah, paper and like cutting trees. And
you're washing it with like water and using your hand.
It's not like we're only using our hands. You use water also.
And then afterwards you wash your hands thoroughly,
with
right?
Soap. So what's?
It's eco-friendly as well, right? You're not using toilet paper. You're not cutting down trees. Is it vegan? Tell me that. Everything's vegan these days, right? Are you a vegan?
No.
Don't tell me you're a vegan either. I'm sick of hearing people tell me they're vegan. Anyway, so I have this like 2-step action plan which I use. It's like half Western, half Indian. So every toilet here has a jet and the jet squirts out water. So I have this method called the twerk and dry method. So when that jet's squirting out water, you know, make it hit the room and then like twerk slowly up and down. You get what I'm saying? And then after, you know, you've twerked a bit on the jet, then you find the toilet paper and you just like wash it cleanly, you like dry it up, right? And I find this is the best method.
Hashtag TMI.
I've perfected this, twerk and dry. Not TMI, it's twerk and dry.
No, TMI is too much information.
Achha. But it saves you on toilet paper, right? So.
Nice method. I like the name you come up with.
Yeah. Unique, eh?
Twerk and dry.
I won't show you how this works. All right. There's also this perception overseas. Well, we have this with Dutch people, and my background is Dutch. My grandfather was Dutch. And that Dutch people are cheap, right? But there's also this perception that Indians are really cheap as well. But this is misunderstood. Like, tell us why.
Because materialism is not so strong in India as it is in the West.
Yeah.
The West is all about consuming.
This is
and
something
then-
I love about India. You guys.
Me too. And it's like in the West, there's so much garbage they're creating and so much waste. But here, it's more about recycling and reusing things. Like empty shampoo bottles, we fill it up with oil and use it again.
Yeah.
And you remember at the beginning, you used to throw your everything into dustbin.
Yeah.
We make sure that minimum things go into the dustbin. Like
Yeah.
if there's a T-shirt which has a hole, you don't have to throw it. You give it to someone who can like fix it and use it again.
Yeah, like there's people on the street corners who will fix absolutely everything.
Anything.
They'll fix the zip on your bag. They'll patchwork up something on your clothing that's ripped. So yeah, India is really about recycling and reusing and not wasting, which is one thing I absolutely love
And
about
then there's
India.
a network of kabadi walas. These people, they collect garbage from you and pay you. And the waste gets segregated. Like there's newspapers and metals and plastic bottles, and all of it gets segregated and recycled.
Yeah.
And they also get a cut out of it.
So this guy comes around houses and he takes your plastics off you and he pays you for your plastics even. And India's had this this culture of recycling for a long time. Like back in New Zealand, I can remember when we didn't recycle, and then when we started getting these recycling bins from the council so we could start recycling. That's how new recycling is in New Zealand, huh? And just tell us a bit about like Gandhi and some of your other famous leaders and their ideas.
Yeah, apart from religion being a major reason behind this, there's also there have been thinkers who promoted this lifestyle. Mainly Gandhi. There were other ones as Vivekanand, but mainly Gandhi. Gandhi even said that nature has everything to fulfill everybody's need, but not greed, which I love.
I wish people still listen to Gandhi and his words, but he's been lost in time, unfortunately. It's
Especially
really
in
sad.
India itself.
yeah. There's a saying, Gandhi is everywhere in India, but nowhere. There's a Mahatma Gandhi road everywhere in India.
Yeah.
We're right by it right now.
The statues. He's on the currency.
Everywhere. Yeah, the currency, but people have lost their way and they're not believing in him because they've just forgotten about him. But I'm still believing in him. I still believe in him. I still love him.
Yeah.
And if you guys want to support the content that I create and allow me to keep making content here in incredible India, hit that join button below and become part of the Rock Army. Jai Hind.